See, I mean, that's a normal shot for him. Normally see it on slower surfaces.
Game Agassi.
That was what Andre needed at this moment. A hold without drama.
Agassi leads 3 games to 1. 4 sets.
Well, tomorrow at 4 Eastern, NBC Sports presents the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship from the shores of Lake Tahoe. Michael Jordan, John Elway, Ahmad Rashad, some guy named, I can't read that one. You want to help me with that one, John? But anyway, it's...
You go ahead.
Lendell?
Ivan Drago?
All begins tomorrow, 4 Eastern on NBC.
Ivan Lendl,
who was
on the Celebrity Golf Tour.
Some golfer.
Just ask him. No, we're just teasing the old Ivan. You better believe he takes it seriously. Desperate but wonderful.
15 off.
Rafter shakes his head because he knows he gave Mr. Agassi another chance. Hit the volley right back to him. Agassi just sticks it on the line. Now looking to run away with this set. Well, I said I just won't have to depend on it forever, but that second serve has some good depth and heat on it.
Hi. 40-30.
Well-played game by Rafter. Agassi 3-2 in the fourth. I would think, John, right about now that the young man from Belarus, Vladimir Volchkov, is probably bouncing off the walls.
A little nervous, waiting to get out there in center court.
This wonderful battle going on.
Out 15-11.
Ball called out by the chair.
I don't know about that call. I'd like to see the replay there.
Neither does Rafter.
Well, maybe he was right. Give old Larsy credit. After a good sport, accepts it begrudgingly. That forehand side more problematic, a la Stefan Edberg as well, who had a sweeter backhand than forehand.
Let's.
You know, the first thing on Volchkov's now, he just wants to make it respectable. He's not even worried about winning yet. Let's make a decent showing. That's not what's on Rafter's mind. He's been there enough to know that he wants a chance at a Wimbledon win, get to the finals. He's been here before. He wants to take the next step, but Agassi, easy hold to 4-2. Looks like we're headed towards the 5th and final set.
Agassi leads 4-2, 4 sets.
Well, this match deserves it. The way these two
That's
have played.
absolutely right. See, Brad knows something we don't. The sun trying to break out. The shades will come in handy. He heard me, apparently.
I bump into Brad Gilbert,
Love 15.
and you ask him how Andre's doing, how's he feeling after the Martin match, and his answer is, well, what's going on with my A's? That's all he cares about, is Oakland A's.
He's probably wondering why they got rid of McGuire, right?
15 all.
The old Bash brothers. There's the sun trying to break out. Not quite yet, but it is getting lighter out there. Yes.
Did you see McGuire with a serve? Time his serve.
Yeah.
30-15.
He's got some arms, that's for sure. He'd make Rod Laver proud. Except he's got two, I think, the same size. Agassi continuing to make Rafter work, trying to get that second break here, finish off this set. It's gotten awful quiet again out there. Feel like we should whisper sometimes.
40-30.
It's ace number 10.
Agassi at his finest. After back to the drawing board, big first serve. Still not good enough. That's where you have to give him credit, though. He comes right back, throws a little curveball at him.
Advantage, Rafter.
This had to be at least 25 miles an hour slower with a lot more kick.
Agassi trying to force a 5th set. Rafter hanging in.
Hate to compromise? Introducing the Schick Extreme 3. Triple blade performance. Pivoting action. A perfect grip. And best of all, after it's finally played, you just serve up another one. The new Schick Extreme 3.
Oh,
Couple of Americanos.
a little late 4th of July celebration here at Wimbledon. And Andre Agassi, a little different position in this 4th set. This is really the first time in the match he's been able to play with the lead. How many times did Rafter think he had that point?
Once. I mean, this one he saw, I guess he was at least run down, but he must have thought here it was over. Agassi's extra effort the last year and a half has really paid off for him. I think the crowd said it all there. The groan. Cut that one too fine. That's mean.
Oh, that's great.
What a match. I hope they have a great fifth set, too, because this is classic. I mean, they're throwing it all out there. Crowd loves it. This is just, and when he does this, this shouldn't be permitted.
That was so good, you wish you had done it.
You're darn right.
So 1 game away from a 5th set. And tomorrow morning, breakfast at Wimbledon with the Ladies Championship, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Venus Williams against the defending champ, Lindsay Davenport. And you'll see it live here on NBC. Same on Sunday for the men's championship.
Foul. Crowd may have thrown old Pat off a little there, and Agassi won his miracle returns. Oops. Careless, careless. 10 career singles titles for Rafter, 10 doubles with, I see, 8 different partners. Nice variety for Newcomb and Roach when they go play Davis Cup next week. Having him
40-30
as an option for singles and or doubles.
Yeah, especially since the Aussies do not have their great doubles team intact for Davis Cup.
Well, they could if they wanted. It's
Right,
just they
but
have
they
great
chose-
singles
right.
players.
game.
And Rafter settles that. So Andre Agassi will serve to send this match to a 5th set. Still can't imagine this could be very easy for Steffi Graf, but Andre Agassi has spoken how much he appreciates her support during this fortnight. 1 year ago, she was preparing to play Lindsay Davenport for the Ladies Championship. Now watching as Agassi tries to push this match to a 5th set.
backcourt play.
15 love.
That's where Agassi comes in so handy. When you hear there's no rallies in the men's game, just stick him out there.
30 love.
You wonder why there's more excitement again in the men's game? Take a look at this fella. That shot is just unbelievable.
Do you think, John, that Sampras has come to realize that the last year and a half, how much better it is when he has a rival?
I think so. I think when Agassi won the French, for starters, it inspired him, and played so great at Wimbledon last year. Keep him going a few more years. There it is, 2 set points for old Andre to level this match. It's okay, folks. I think we're still headed to a 5th.
Game.
There indeed is the finish for Agassi. So stay with us here at Center Court Wimbledon, 5th set next.
The Championships, Wimbledon, brought to you by Zocor. Talk to your doctor about Zocor today. By Mass Mutual Financial Group. Visit us on the web at massmutual.com. By Agilent Technologies, dreams made real. And by the makers of Lamisil AT, the best way to cure athlete's foot.
Well, John McEnroe, this quality of tennis, Center Court Wimbledon, men's semifinal.
Oh, we needed some air, too. This is nice.
Well, yes,
talk to the fans a little bit here and enjoy this fantastic match. I mean, high-quality match and a 5th set yet to come.
All right, now, we promised you a McEnroe prediction.
Putting me on the spot. I'm going to go with Venus, even though I know that's a big...
I didn't know she was playing today. I thought
you meant the Williams
here.
Match.
Yeah, no, I was going to put you on the spot right here. 5th set.
Well, I'm going to stick with my man, Mr. Agassi.
5th set, even though Rafter's 5th set record is so remarkable.
You better believe it. Davis Cup captain must go with his main horse.
Okay, I crossed you up there on purpose. So you are going with Venus too.
See, I thought you were we were waiting for that.
It'll be Rafter to serve. And what's remarkable, John, Rafter, who mentions, he admits, he says, if I'm not super fit, I can't compete at the top of the game. Had won 11 straight 5-set matches until he retired in the 1st set against or rather in the 5th set against Piolín at the Open last September.
12-3 lifetime. Almost deeply regretted that point. Got out of trouble.
13 out.
Yeah, he does have a tremendous record, and Agassi actually mediocre in the 5th set at a, what is he, lifetime? I think he's now 19-16.
That's exactly right.
14 out.
Including that 5-setter, that miraculous comeback against Martin, and he's won his last 5, so Agassi, we all know, is fitter as well.
For the first time, these two have played a 5th set.
Right here, Agassi, a little angry. He's going to go right at Rafter. Don't see that too often, but it's an effective play. Guy will give you a little respect, perhaps. Step back just a foot or so, and stats, you got to favor Rafter.
40-30.
I guess he's got to be the more confident of the two at this stage in their careers. Looking to get back in this first game of the 5th set. It's just great tennis out there. Great tennis.
And the good play by Rafter. Put that volley away to hold.
I mean, he had 4 or 5 ground strokes just inside the line. Eventually gets that short ball. Another nice approach. Perfect there on the volley.
When you're involved in a match like this, do you realize that the quality of tennis is this high?
You've got to be enjoying this on that level.
I mean, did you? When you were involved in it?
I don't remember playing this well. I mean,
there's so much at stake is why I'm asking. You're competitive and you want to win so badly. Do you appreciate the caliber
you do.
tennis?
I think you do. These guys got to be deep down feeling awful proud of themselves right now. Of course, there is another factor here. They need to try to win this and get to the finals. Takes a little bit of the enjoyment out.
50 love.
Still a match to remember. Fantastic. This is where I really like that 3-game rule now. Instead of sitting down the changer, they come right back. 3 games, get us into this 5th set. Well, that sure looked good. Just gonna get it. Oh, that's an amazing shot. What next? I can't believe that was in. Here he comes. Oh, I'll just try this one. That looked out. Oh, it was called out. Called
okay.
out.
Got me too.
Yeah.
I caught up in
I didn't hear that call. It was wide.
The astonishment of seeing that angle.
30 off.
Still probably huffing a little bit from that last run. Dumps that backhand. Slow down just a touch here, Andre. 30 all. Nice. Didn't hear this as much in the past. The big first serve. That sets up the easy forehand. Just barely missed it. Boy.
That game, you had a perfect example of what has made this such an outstanding match. Look at this.
That ball is just same thing.
Well, John, you look at starting with that match 18, or not even 18 months, a year ago against Arnaud Clément at the French.
2 points from defeat there. 2 sets to love down to Medvedev. A great U.S. Open final. Sampras, memorable 2-1, wins the fourth in a breaker, and then come back against Todd.
15 love.
Wasn't easy. Been out there for 3 hours now. That's, well, looked to be on the line. Andre didn't think so. He's asked the crowd, how was that? Everyone screams out. Just exactly what he probably, well, I guess he did look out. Did look out from that replay. No chalk came up. Sure wasn't out by much.
Sorry, mate.
It just give Andre more time to think about that bad call.
40 love.
Looking at that 5-set record, John, Agassi came back. He had to come from behind in every one of those matches except the Todd Martin match here. That was the only match in which he was leading. He got forced to the 5th. So we start the 5th set with no surprises. Andre Agassi embraced by the crowd here today on center court. Where did it start? Likely 8 years ago at just 22 years of age, taking on Goran Ivanisevic in the finals. Remember, this was the tournament that he shunned as a youngster. He didn't come and play here for 3 straight years. And John, that remarkable championship.
Ironically, his first major here at the Big W, and one other final last year where Pete Sampras played the match of his life, defeating Andre in straight sets.
Time.
Oops, a little bobble, but nonetheless holding on to the runner-up trophy. And Agassi will add one more fine finish to that list this year. He's hoping it's a finals appearance at the very least. Serving at 1-2 5th set. I think, John, it's nice to hear Andre says in retrospect he recognizes the biggest regret of his career was skipping Wimbledon in his early years.
Well, it makes him appreciate it more now, so look at the glass half full. Sneaky. Boy, he uses that racket like a wand. Rafter hits this drop shot return. I can see at the last second puts a little extra on it. Rafter didn't think he had it in him. Mistake.
Just what you want the 5th set. Easy game. For 2-all.
2 games all. Final set.
Not a factor yet, but no breaks in the 5th set here at Wimbledon.
Peter Rafter with the hat. Steven also there. 2 of Patrick Rafter's siblings.
Speaking of improvising, Rafter thinks that
15 all.
any mere mortal would let that drop, or not nowadays, not with Agassi. He doesn't come up with the normal. Not only that, it was a winner. Oh, that's fantastic. You've come to expect this from Agassi, but Rafter,
30-15.
a la you all Boris Becker fans, full dive, and it goes over, more importantly. He loved that.
14.
Well, you wonder as you see him land, it looked like he tried to roll over and not land on that right shoulder.
That's just a roll over to break the fall. He looks perfectly fine out there.
Our fifth set moves on serve. Well, outside on the outer courts, where there's a minimal amount of juniors action, some doubles. Actually, some of your old compatriots are still playing.
Yeah, this is when you don't want to be playing outside,
Right.
missing a match like this.
That's the point. And here are the lucky ones in on center court, including us. That's our official Leo Levin statistic for the day.
15 all.
Now, how about recommending this shot for
Yeah,
people at home,
no,
John?
you can't recommend it. Plus, when you're moving forward, I mean, it's one thing. He's running for it. I mean, that just makes it more difficult, even for him. It's unnecessary. Comes right back, though. Just is able to come up with these decisions naturally. Just reaction.
Seems like he's playing that more as the match goes on.
Who is this guy? He's had to. Rafter's playing so well. Trying to keep this guy off guard, but this is Agassi-like.
30 all.
How's this for an angle, he says to Andre.
The first moment of crisis in the fifth set. Break point, Rafter. Break, Rafter.
My heart stopped watching this pass. I mean, imagine what Rafter was feeling as Agassi guessed right. He just clips the top of the tape.
Rafter leads 4-2, final set.
Unbelievable effort by Rafter here, and he's only 2 holes away from the final. Only, right? Tell that to Todd Martin. Tell that to anybody playing Agassi, trying to finish him off. Agassi actually a little in front of this return. Just wide. Cool as a cucumber out there.
And that's what so impresses you about Rafter right now. What a game. And Patrick Rafter is 1 game away from the finals.
Rafter leads 5-2, final set.
And Andre Agassi twice come back. 2-5 in the 5th set.
Well, if anyone can do it, it's certainly Andre. But he's thinking to himself, how is this guy playing so well? I thought he wasn't that confident. I thought he wasn't fully back. Rafter is outstanding, and this is really well deserved though. I mean, after all Patrick's been through the past year or so with the shoulder problems, this is that shot to break where Agassi just clipped the top of the tape. And Rafter has never, I repeat, never been in the Wimbledon final, and that's always what they said when he was younger. The first place he was going to get to the finals was right here.
Disappointment on Steffi's face. 12 of the last 15 points for Rafter. And I sense sitting next to you, John, that we're watching a Wimbledon match that isn't just power. There's some finesse and there's shot making, and it's taking you back to your time. I wish. To your generation. It's not just power.
This is a truly great match to me. I mean, I've really enjoyed watching this. Let's see if Agassi can pull out another miracle.
15 love.
He's only down 1 break this time, so that should be simple for him, right?
30 love.
Butterflies forming in Rafter's stomach as he knows the inevitable is going to happen. He's going to have to serve this out. Legs suddenly feeling a little heavier. And new balls. No extra zip for old Patrick. Ball does fly in you too.
Well, you figure here we're going to find out a lot about the heart of Rafter, but then you think he's won 2 U.S. Opens. It shouldn't be a question.
That's a big serve there. Big first serve.
15 love.
Pace, placement, and spin. Doesn't look too nervous so far.
17th ace.
Solid as a rock. Triple match point.
40 love.
There will be no Set Agassi rematch at Wimbledon this year. Instead, for the first time in 13 years, an Aussie will have a chance to play for the Wimbledon Championship. And a much-deserved roar from this center court audience. Two great
Classic
players.
Semi-final match there. Boy, what a match.
And instead, it's the young man from Queensland who grew up in a mining town in a family of 9 that will play for the Wimbledon Championship Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Patrick Rafter once again strong in the 5th set. He lost only 3 points on his serve in 5 games. Remarkable closing performance. His brothers roar their approval. The Rafter family will be here en masse on Sunday. Still to come, interviews and the Williams sisters in doubles when NBC's coverage of the Championships Wimbledon continues.
This is the Sun America NBC Sports Desk. Here's Tim Ryan.
When they talk about memorable matches at Wimbledon, they'll be sure to include this semifinal just concluded. Patrick Rafter and Andre Agassi in brilliant form, the Australian prevailing and heading to the final. And afterwards, he spoke with our Bud Collins.
Patrick, the first Australian in the final since Pat Cash in 1987. Did you ever think you'd get here?
Well, I wasn't satisfied with the semi-finals. I got here, the semi-finals here last year, and I wanted to go one step further. But playing against someone as good as Andre, you never really count your chances as being great. But today I played very well.
It was so tight, you were a diving maniac out there. Now, in the 6th game of the 5th set, he suddenly tries to play a swing volley. Were you startled?
Yeah, I hadn't been on his serve for a long time, and he was keeping me under pressure a lot because he started serving well. And I didn't know when I was going to get my opportunity, but after he missed that, I thought, hang on, I probably got a little shot here.
And then he double faulted?
Yeah, he opened the gates a little bit, and he did that a little bit in the 3rd set as well, and I was lucky enough to take it.
Congratulations. We'll see you in the final. Go get your treatment.
Thanks.
No shame for Andre Agassi after his brilliant performance, but a disappointing defeat. Bud spoke with him as well.
You're down 2-3 in the 5th set, and you go for a serve and swinging volley suddenly. You hadn't done anything like that before in the match, and the ball went long. 15-love, then it's 15-all. Was that a spur of the moment play?
No, you know, I mean, I hit a good serve, and I found myself inside the court. I didn't expect his return to get deep, and it was in the air, and it was right there for the taking. I mean, I've done that all tournament. I think it was the first one I've missed, and so instead of going up 30-love, it's 15-all, and next thing you know, I'm serving 30-all second serve, and I have a tough choice to make.
Can you take any consolation from the fact that it was probably the best match of the tournament, a really splendid match?
I guess I can feel good that everybody enjoyed it, but that's the extent of it.
So Pete Sampras will be waiting for Rafter in the final. He defeated Vladimir Volchkov, the qualifier, in straight sets today. Great run for the youngster from Belarus. Sampras leads his all-time series against Rafter, 9 matches to 4, and oddly enough, it's their first meeting on grass. Still to come here on NBC's coverage of Wimbledon this afternoon, you'll see the Williams sisters in women's doubles action, semi-final play. That's upcoming here on NBC.
This has been the Sun America NBC Sports Desk. Sun America, the retirement specialist.